Hey YouTube, Oki here. Today we're going to be doing some garlic butter Parmesan potatoes. They're delicious. I've already gained like 5 pounds from making them this week. Not really, but they're delicious. You're going to love them too. We're using red potatoes. They'll work with russet potatoes as well. Don't use the gold potatoes. Those, they won't work. So, take your knife, cut them, take them, and you want to cut them into about 1-inch pieces like this. You want to take them, get them all cut up first. On your bigger potatoes, you're going to cut them a little bit differently. Take them and cut them into thirds. And you want to get your pieces all about the same size so that they all cook evenly. See, I could have cut that one into thirds, but instead I just cut them a little thinner. And I like to cut potatoes to where I can get them evenly. It's not necessarily just in half by whatever presentation I want to orient them a specific way. You can do them however you want to, as long as you get everything about the right size. And then in my bowl here, I've got 1 stick of unsalted butter. We're going to take and we're going to put all our potatoes in there. So you see how it's kind of difficult to do that by hand? Take one of these, and go like that. It's a lot easier. This is a bench scraper is what this is. And if you're on my Patreon for $10 and up subscribers, every 4 months I do a kitchen gadget giveaway kind of deal, and this is what we're giving out for our $10 subscribers this go around. So you want to take it, kind of coat everything with all the pieces here with a little bit of butter. Once you got it somewhat coated, then you want to take minced garlic, which I'm cheating. I just got the big bottle of minced garlic here. And you want to do a couple tablespoons worth of minced garlic. Go ahead and get that mixed too, because it's also wet. And you basically want to mix all your wet. Then you can use whatever Parmesan you want. If you want to be fancy and grate your own, go for it. We're poor Eastern Okies, and so we're just using the Parmesan in a bottle. And I'm going to do 2 capfuls, take a look at it, and I might do a third depending on what it looks like. And you can do as much or as little as you want. We like cheese in this house. That looks pretty good. We're going to add on some pepper. You don't have to go too heavy. This is just for a little bit of flavor. So go a little bit more. Call that good. Get that mixed in. And then our final ingredient we do once we spread it out. Which before we spread it out, I'm going to show you something else. I will have a link to this down in the description. But it's just a basic, one of the Amazon basics. They're called silpats. It's a silicone sheet. And they have them in different sizes. This is one for a half sheet pan. You can get them for full sheet pan, third sheet pan. I think they've got them smaller as well. But these are commercial size pans. They're called half pans. And so I got the silpats, that's what they're called, silpats, silicone pads. And what they are, they're basically like putting down oil or baking butcher paper or any of that, or wax paper or anything like that, to make the pan into a non-stick pan. When you're cleaning out your bowl, get all that garlicky, Parmesan-y goodness. And then just spread it all around. You want to make sure nothing is stacked. It'll cook more evenly if it's spread really well. Take and get all that goodness off of there. Just put it on there. Alright, so last step before we put it in the oven. I want to sprinkle some salt on here. Alright, these are going to go in the oven at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. We'll see you back when they're done.
Go.
So here we go, guys. In the oven for 30 minutes. I've been sitting on the counter for about 10 minutes, so that's why I'm able to do this without screaming. I just want to demonstrate here what they look like. And when you're serving these, all this brown stuff on the bottom, that's toasted Parmesan and garlic, so don't be afraid of it. It's not burnt. So here's what it looks like, and then on the bottom side here, try and get some of this flipped over, you got a real nice crust, real nice caramelization. You'll have to point the camera at it, dear. Remember I told you how to do it.
Yeah, why is it turning?
Because it's not supposed to be going backwards. And you're trying to do it backwards.
Ineptitude. Stop turning. Yep.
We good? So this is what they look like. 30 minutes, 400 degrees, all that, yada yada, good stuff. And as you can see, I'm not pushing real hard. You can see I'm just pushing along with one finger, and it's coming loose. It just shows you how nice these silpats are for turning a standard pan into a non-stick pan without the non-stick chemicals. So that's what I got for you today, YouTube. Remember, Amazon link will be in the bottom for the silpat. And come on over to Patreon. We're doing a whole lot more over there than you'll ever see on YouTube. I got all sorts of recipes posted, all sorts of different videos. If you come in at a $10 or more patron, every 4 months I do a thing where I send, like I said, I send out, and we're doing that bench scraper this go around. Remember, guys, be good. And if you can't be good, at least be good at it. I'll catch you next.